Alright, so here is the Cricut Explorer Air 2. So this is for my wife. She's a kindergarten teacher. She wants to make little doodads. So let's see what's in the box. And here's one pack of this, which is bent and kind of messed up. Alright, so in the bag itself will be Cricut. There's a button right here. It says open. And it slowly unveils the innards. And there's a little piece of styrofoam guy here. It says Cut Smart 2. In the box is a nice white power cord, DC power port, and only a 2-prong outlet, which is nice because we have an old house and a lot of them are not 3 prongs. In addition, there's a USB to A to USB. I believe that's a weird B port, and a little Cricut marker, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like a little pen, I guess, marker. And of course, some paperwork. A little let's get started guide, a little step-by-step directions, so it's pretty nice. So first, unleash this beauty. Plug it in. 2, get connected. Go to a website. Practice project with materials in the box, and bookmark a page to create stuff. A nice,
that's nice,
full color manual telling you how to do some things. Oh, I see there's a couple test pieces of paper that you can run through there and try some stuff out. So there's different little settings in there. Right. All right, so we'll get this situated and then we'll see if I can show it off a little bit, shall we? All right, this is a Cricut basic toolkit. We have the Cricut as well. So this is just a handful of, so we have this scraper, scissors, of course. I think that's what it is. Look at that. A little protection kit. If you gotta clean your teeth while you're wearing all the Cricut, you can get this guy in here and just clean them teeth out real nice. And that's it for picking up little edges of letters, right, to get them out there. But don't leave this sitting on your table. Someone in my house left one of these on the table and it scratched the table all up, which I was very excited about. Yeah, let's see if we get little tiny pancakes. Spatula. See, told you. Spatula. And little twisty tweezers. See? Pretty good. All right, we got a special guest star today. Her name
is my wife.
All right, so we skipped a couple steps, but here is the Cricut. We're going to unbox them. I've been using them for a while, and I figured we'd show off how we do this thing. So what we're going to do today, this is a Lenovo Yoga laptop I've had for a while. That's the Cricut. Here's the tools that we showed in another video. And she bought this today at a regular store. There's a family member named Mina, which isn't a common name, so she thought it would be sweet to make her a little bottle with her name on it. And so now the Cricut software is installed. She's designed what she wants to do. Now we're gonna print it to the Cricut.
You mean cut it?
Cut it, how you do it.
Top right corner, it says make it. When I clicked make it, it moved her name up here, so I need to figure out how to get it back down. So I just clicked and drug it back down. You don't have to click mirror when you're printing regular vinyl, only if you're doing an HTV. So I can just use it just like this. Does that look centered? So I'm gonna actually bring this down because it looks like the top of her hair is going out of the cut range. So I'm just gonna move it down a tiny bit and over a little bit so it's not too close to the red line on the left. So I need to move the name again. Okay, so now I'm ready to cut. So I click continue. And once I do that, this light should start flashing when it's ready to cut. And it's flashing. I already put the vinyl on the cutting board. So I put it here.
You can see there your old camera, there should be little guidelines to insert the.
When I was measuring how much white to use, I could see that it just went a little bit under 4 inches, so I cut my vinyl down to 5 because it's very expensive and you don't want to waste it. So then I press this again. It loads it. This light stops flashing and then the C starts flashing. So when I press that, it'll start cutting and then it'll show you the cutting progress on the laptop. It's a small pattern, so it won't take long to cut. It pushes it out, and when the release button or load button starts flashing again, if you press it, then it pushes it out all the way. If I'm making projects for school, I can just reload it and keep printing from the same design, but hopefully this doesn't tear up when we weed it and I won't have to save it to cut it again. So the next step is weeding. So I always like to trim off the excess vinyl, and I get as close as I can because, like I said, vinyl's expensive, so I can reuse this scrap piece. I'm going to peel it off, the extra. So this is the part that didn't cut, so I can just save this and reuse it. I could make 2 more out of that. Now this is the tricky part. I'm not as good at this part because I've only been doing it for a little while. So I'm just peeling off the excess that's not going to go on the water bottle. I do like to go back and look at the picture so that I know exactly what part to weed, because the only thing I want left is the white outline of this design. So if I look at that, it gives me a little reminder what part I'm supposed to weed. Now I need to be careful with this design because the eyes are just teeny tiny white dots, and I'm afraid they're going to come out. If one of them does, I'm just going to pull both of them out. You don't have to have them, but it's so tiny it won't separate. Yeah, it looks like only one of them. The mat is really sticky. That's why I'm trying not to lay my arm across it. This is the strong grip, so it's super sticky. There, got it. All right, I think I got it all. So her eyes did not survive, but I don't care. It's still gonna look cute. Now I have to cut a piece of transfer tape to fit over top of it. I'm just using this to show me what size I need. These 3 came from an extra Cricut kit that I bought. I wanted an extra cutting blade, so I just bought this one at Walmart today. All right, so this is transfer tape when you're wanting to transfer your design to whatever surface you want. So you have to peel it back. This is the hardest part for me, separating this. If you could create transfer tape that's easy to separate, I mean, you can. It's so hard for me. Okay, got it. So you put it on top of your vinyl, and then you take this, I don't know what it's called, scraper maybe. And I'm pressing pretty hard because I want to make sure it really sticks to the transfer tape. If you start peeling it up and it's not sticking, I just put it right back down and scrape the part that's coming up. So it should stick to the transfer tape. Looks like it did. I also want to make sure there aren't any extra pieces on this part because it'll stick to whatever project you're trying to put your design on. I'm going to cut it off because that looks terrible. As long as I don't cut the design, it doesn't matter. Otherwise, it would leave that smeared vinyl on it and that would look tacky. Whenever you're doing water bottles or cups or whatever, you're supposed to clean the surface with alcohol to make sure there's no film on it or anything that'll keep the vinyl from sticking correctly. So I did that upstairs. All right, now you just have to position it exactly where you want it. I may have to turn it so I can see. This part makes me nervous. Just because I want the name to be, I don't want it to be crooked. Hopefully that's straight. Take the scraper tool again. This is gonna get it to go from the transfer tape to the water bottle. I probably overdo this because I'm so nervous it's gonna tear it. I wish she had the little eyes, but it's okay. I think Mina's 4, she won't know the difference. All right, so then I always start in the top corner. All right, now again, when I start peeling it off, if it starts sticking to the tape instead of the water bottle, I'll just push it down and scrape some more. So hopefully it stays on there nicely. So far, so good. It is adorable. I love it. She's gonna love it.
How come she ain't got no eyes?
So funny.
So my wife is a kindergarten teacher.
I bought it to do school projects. Oh, I love it. It was a learning curve for sure the first few times I used it, but I don't use it to make and sell things. I just do it to make projects for friends and for my students. So for my needs, it's perfect and it's really cute.
Would you say it gets the big thumbs up?
Sure.
Boop. All right. Thanks for checking me out.